One of the things that human beings do really well, much better than robots currently can do, is to pick up objects and manipulate them. So it's quite effortless for me to reach down, pick this thing up and twirl it around in my fingers, pass it from hand to hand. This is still a major challenge for robot systems. So we got interested in this business of robot manipulation, robotic grasping around 2015, and we entered an international competition run by Amazon, who were looking at automating part of their automated fulfillment process. And so they put it out to international competition because they couldn't figure out how to do it. We came 6th in 2016, our first year in the comp, and in 2017 we aced it. We came first, which was a lovely thing for our lab. So since then we've continued to work in this problem. It certainly wasn't solved by our entry in the 2017 competition, and we started to extend our work to how do we have a robot just pick up everyday objects, and they're all different shapes, and some are squishy, some are hard, and some are a little bit squishy. They're quite irregular shapes, and humans can do this so effortlessly. So what is it that we need in terms of the cameras that the robot has and the grippers, the fingers that it has, so the robots can do this very effectively. Another area we've become very interested in is how do we pick up things that are not rigid. So this is meant to represent a fish fillet. It's kind of wiggly and soft. Again, humans can manipulate that easily. This is a piece of red meat made of silicon, and so these are sort of experimental subjects for the robots here in the lab. The research work here has led for opportunities for some of our researchers to move into the startup field. So some of them have gone and started up a company called Lunar Robotics, which is trying to apply this technology to the problem of fruit packing. So in a rural orchard setting, you've got people sorting the fruit and they need to be placed into trays which go off to supermarkets. And that's a job that robots can do, and so that's Lyro's business. Some other researchers have gone off to staff the Brisbane office of a Chinese startup company called Dorobot, and they're in the field of package sorting and package handling, which is an enormous business with the rise of e-commerce as we know it today. Another outcome of the research here is a project we've recently won with the Australian Space Agency to look at the feasibility of using robots on space station or the Lunar Gateway to handle cargo. So the scenario is in the Lunar Gateway, it's an unmanned vehicle orbiting the moon, and you'd have an unmanned cargo ship would come up to it. There's only robots on board. The robots would have to take the cargo out of the shuttle, unpack the cargo and put it away where it belongs on the Lunar Gateway. Now, we're not going to be able to do all that problem in this very short project. We're going to look at particularly the problem of how do we grab objects which might be moving or floating in zero gravity, grab them and move them to where it is they need to go.